Welcome back to the Messy Edit. My name is Mercy. Thank you for joining me today on this episode. So today's episode is pretty much for entrepreneurs, small business owners, or those who are thinking about starting a business. I'll be talking about tools within your tech stack, especially in the early stages where you don't want to spend too much, you don't want to break the bank. You need simple tools that don't require much spending, first of all, that don't require much technical know-how as well, because you don't have that time to keep learning how to use certain applications and things like that. I mean, I understand that in the early stages, and I'll go into that more later. I understand that in the early stages, as an entrepreneur, a solo business owner, you're wearing so many hats. You're working in finance, you're working in operations, you're working in branding, in marketing, in content creation, all those hats, you're wearing them. I mean, I'm there. I wear all these hats as well. And you don't have the time to pretty much learn how to use so many tools. You don't have the time to spend trying to figure stuff out. You pretty much want to hit the ground running. And that's why I have prepared today's episode. So if you are a business owner that has been running a business and you have so many tools in your tech stack, today's video can still be for you, but today is tailored to those who are pretty much just starting out and need minimal tools in their tech stack to pretty much get the basics done. So if this sounds like you, then stay tuned and yes, get comfortable. I'll be talking about the tools I use in my own business called Tennis Shop. Tennis Shop is a tennis retail business in Nigeria. What we do is that we buy tennis items. By tennis items, I mean rackets, tennis balls, racket bags, grips for the rackets, headbands, wristbands. If you think about tennis apparel, all the things you need for tennis, we provide, we sell to the tennis community in Nigeria, right? So what that means is that I have to buy these items most times outside the country, right? Bring them in, then sell. It also means that I have to do this at a very, very, very optimal cost as well, because I need to ensure that it is affordable for people to be able to pay. So without much ado, let me jump into the tools that you can use for your tech stack. I'll be talking about four major tools actually, and they would cover branding, social media, and finance. First things first, branding. We'll start from branding. You need your business, even if you're an early stage business, you need your business to have a professional look and professional feel, right? Let me just adjust this. A professional look and a professional feel. And that's where your tool comes into play. Personally, I use Canva. Canva works for me. I have used Canva for so many years, for so many things. I'm still not a pro in Canva because, as I said earlier, I don't have the time to learn how to use so many tools. I have a 9 to 5. I run this business and the other things I do as well. So I don't have all the time to focus on Canva. I use it for the basics for my business, right? So Canva is affordable. Let's start from that. First of all, you have a free subscription where you don't have to pay anything, right? And you can keep using that for as long as you want, right? You can keep using Canva free for now anyway in 2025. You can keep using the free version for as long as you want. Maybe that will change with time. I don't know, but I've been using it for a couple of years, about since about 2018. I've been using Canva and it's been free for me, right? That being said, if you need more features, if you're an advanced user or you aim to be an advanced user or you aim to have somebody who would handle Canva for you, there's the paid subscription, and that's the Canva Pro. It comes with more features as you can expect, more templates, nicer templates and things like that. But if you're okay with the basics, then the free subscription is good for you. So I use Canva for designing of flyers, designing of posts for Instagram, designing of stories for Instagram. I use Canva to design flyers that I post on WhatsApp and all other places. So if you want to design flyers, posters, things like that, then Canva is your go to. Something else I use Canva for is to design logos. So Canva can also be used to design logos. So that means that you don't have to go to an expensive logo or graphics designer to have your logos designed. You can use Canva. You can start with Canva to design a logo. Along the line, if you decide that you want to upgrade, then you can upgrade, right? So either Canva Pro or it's great to getting a designer to upgrade your logo, but you can do that. So quick tips for Canva. Firstly, start with the free version. As you progress and realize that you want a paid version, you want more features, then you can upgrade. Secondly, try to batch create. By batch create, I mean that you can create multiple posts, multiple flyers in Canva, leave them on Canva, and when you need them, you can post them. I think there's even a way you can schedule them. I might be mistaken, but you can do all of that in Canva. And if you're for the professional girlies and boys out there, you can use Canva to design your presentations. For business owners as well, for your presentation decks, you're going out to pitch to potential investors, going out to pitch to people about what you do. Canva is perfect as well. You can design presentation decks in Canva as well. There are multiple templates in there for creating pitches. So you have pitch decks in there that you can use. You can even make the presentation straight from Canva. So Canva is a lot. There's a lot in Canva. So check it out today. This is not sponsored by Canva in any way or any of the tools I'm going to talk about here. None of them are sponsored by the owners. I'm just talking about the tools that I use that help me day to day. So we talked about the branding, right? So let's talk about marketing. Marketing is important. Why is marketing important? It's important because no matter how great your product is, no matter how great your service is, people would not buy if they don't know that you exist. That is why we have marketing tools. So I'm going to be talking about two tools that you can use to get the word out there, the word about your service or your product. The first is pretty obvious, drum rolls, YouTube. YouTube is great because you can show and tell about your product and your services. So if you have a product, you can show people on YouTube, show them how the product looks, show them how it is used, things like that. If you also have a service, you can explain to people about your service as well on YouTube. So that is the great thing about YouTube. The other tool I use is Instagram. I mean, many of us, not all, but many of us are on Instagram. So you can create reels on Instagram, put up posts as well on Instagram. It pretty much helps you to get the word out there. There's so many other tools out there, guys. There's TikTok out there, but I'm not talking about these tools because I don't use those tools. I'm going to be talking about tools that I use because as a small business owner, actually, I don't like to call it small business owner. As a business owner, as an early stage entrepreneur, early stage business owner, you don't want too many tools because you are wearing so many hats. If you're the content creator for your brand, it means you have to post on Instagram, post on YouTube, post on TikTok, post on all the numerous Facebook, the numerous social media platforms out there. If you can't, then you may, right? But I'm talking about the basics that you can use to pretty much start in your early stage. So for branding, I've mentioned Canva. For marketing, YouTube and Instagram. These are tools that I use in my day to day. Quick tip, marketing, you have to always get the word out there. They say you have to talk about your product or your service about, I think, 7 times before it sticks to people. There's a stat around that. I'm not sure the numbers, right? That is to say that you have to keep talking and talking and talking about your product. I need to do more of that myself. I mean, I ran Tennis Shop for a long time and I've never put anything on YouTube about it until today, right? I don't even talk about it on my personal Instagram. So Tennis Shop has its own Instagram. You can check at Tennis Shop NG. So quick tip, consistency. Keep talking about your product. Keep talking about your services on YouTube, on Instagram, or on any other platform that you use. Do it over time, over time. Take Q&A, take polls, go on lives to engage your audience as well. Now let's talk about my favorite part, guys. You can guess. You can guess. Who can guess? The money, because that's where you're starting your business, right? You need to be able to collect payments. You need to be able to transact pretty much. Let's talk about the money aspect because that's important. I use two tools for finance when it comes to Tennis Shop, right? As I explained earlier, Tennis Shop retails tennis items, and most of our items, all of our items are bought abroad, meaning that I need to be able to pay suppliers outside of the country, and I need to be able to receive payments from my customers in the country. Two tools I use in my tech stack when it comes to money, right, is I use Lemfi and I use Revolut. I use Lemfi to change my money from naira to dollars or pounds or whatever currency my suppliers need. So as I said earlier, I need to purchase items outside the country and I can't do that with naira, right? So what I do is that I use Lemfi to convert from naira into dollar if it's a dollar payment or into pounds if it's a pound payment or whatever. And that really, really helps me. So how it works is you will set up a Lemfi account and they will also create a Naira account for you within Lemfi. So what you do is you transfer your Naira from your local bank account into that Lemfi Naira account, then you convert it from Naira within Lemfi into the currency that you require. When you convert that, it is saved in your, it reflects in your wallet in Lemfi. Then you can now transfer it from your wallet in Lemfi to the account that requires it on the other end. UK, US, wherever. There are limited countries that Lemfi operates in presently. You can go to the website or you can download the app and just see how it works. It's great because you can transact seamlessly. And when I say seamlessly, I'm talking about in a matter of seconds. I mean, I've used it a couple of times, and seconds, tops 2 minutes, and I have my money reflected in my wallet. So I transfer from my Naira account in Nigeria into my Lemfi wallet in Naira, then convert from Naira into dollar or pounds within Lemfi, then transfer from that wallet into the account of whoever needs it. I know it sounds like a long process, but it's not. It's not. And the favorite part is that there are no transaction fees. I don't think they are at any point because I have used Lemfi a couple of times and haven't had to pay any transaction fees. And I think that's great, right? I don't know if transaction fees will come into play the larger the volumes of your conversion or your transfers. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But so far, I haven't had to pay any transaction fees. And as an early stage entrepreneur, you don't want to pay so much, when it comes to your tech stack, when it comes to subscriptions, when it comes to fees and things like that. So keeping it minimum is very, very, very important. So that's that for Lemfi. It is not sponsored by Lemfi. I'm just talking about tools that I use. Something else I use is Revolut. Revolut is an online bank. I think they're now fully registered as a bank in the UK, but they're a bank. Revolut works as any other bank that you know. You create an account, you have an account, they give you an account number, and you get a card as well. So you can have a Revolut dollar account, pound accounts, euro account. You can create you can have so many currency accounts within Revolut. It helps me because what I do is that once I convert the money within Lemfi, and I have the money in my Lemfi wallet, I then transfer it into my Revolut account and use my Revolut account to make payments. I use my Revolut card to make card payments if it's an online transaction. If it's a transfer transaction, then I can transfer from my Revolut account into the supplier's account and things like that. So this makes it very, very seamless for me. As I said, I want it easy peasy. I don't want it complex until I have a finance department that can handle all of that. And even when I do, I think I'll keep using this tool. It works, so I will stick with it. One thing that is very, very important when it comes to tech is that if tech works for you, stick with it. There are multitudes of tech tools out there, and you can't keep going from tool to tool to tool to tool. If a tool works for you, then just stick with it and keep it moving. So these are two tools I use for my finance. So these are actually 4 tools I use. It's pretty easy, guys. You don't have to have so many tools in your tech stack. You don't have to. I know people use so many tools for so many things, but it's fine. When you're starting your business, you don't need to have so many tools. Start with the basics. I use 4 tools, as I've said. I use a tool for branding, which is Canva. I use a tool or 2 tools for marketing. So IG and now YouTube. And I use 2 tools for finance. I use Lemfi and I use Revolut. As I said earlier, guys, none of these tools have been sponsored. These are just genuinely tools that I use for tennis shop. If you're a business owner, a starter, what's important is that you start with what you have. Start where you are with exactly what you have. Many times we get lost in that period of, oh, what tools do I use? What tools do I use? And that's why, first of all, this video is here. But secondly, you need to keep moving. Just start with the basics. And as time goes on and these needs arise, then you can come up with other tools. You can find other tools that you can use. So pretty much just start with what you have where you are. So I'm curious about you guys. What tools do you think is missing from my tech stack? Tell me. There's one more tool I think I need, but I don't know what tool is going to be. I need a tool that would help me track customers' orders. So if you know of any tools, please let me know. Put it in the comments. There's one more tool that is missing from my tech stack. A tool that will help me keep track of all my customers' orders, their details, and things like that, how much they've spent. Firstly, I would like to be able to contact them, keep in touch with them, thank them for their orders, thank them for their patronage at the end of the year or at intervals in the year. Then secondly, I would like to be able to know how much has come in through specific channels, right? So yeah, so if you have any ideas, do let me know, and also share with me what tools do you use in your business. And yeah, let's learn from each other. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of the Messy Edits. And as I said, my name is Mercy. If you found this useful, click a like so I know that you found it useful. You can also subscribe, and you can also share with those you think will find it useful. Take care, guys. Bye.